I love language. It's one of my goals in life to be articulate in different languages. One of the people I look up to for their eloquence is Alain de Botton.
Yeah, I know.
School of Life.
जिनका नाम एलन डी बॉटम लिखा जाता है ना.
हाँ.
पर कैसे बोला जाता है?
Alain de Botton.
Sorry.
And
Sorry.
you I'm a big Bob Dylan fan. I'm a big Leonard Cohen fan.
So basically poetry, philosophy, depth.
Yes, all of that.
भाई ये गांव मैदान पे पहुंच गए थे. हैं? धूल, मिट्टी, पसीना.
Yeah.
शौक इतने deep thinking वाले.
हाँ.
This is the reason why Akshar says that Harshal is the most non-Gujarati Patel.
Yeah.
है ना?
Yeah.
चेंज हो गए पटेल साहब 10 साल में. 10 साल पहले अंग्रेजी समझ नहीं आती थी.
कुछ बोलनी नहीं
अब सिर्फ अंग्रेजी ही समझ आती है. वेरी गुड. नाम खराब करे फास्ट बोलो. बचपन बीता गुजरात में, अमेरिका में बिताई जवानी. क्रिकेट खेला है हरियाणा, बेंगलोर और इंडिया के लिए. और अब पूरी दुनिया का तजुर्बा लेकर आए हैं हर्षल पटेल on Skoda presents Breakfast with Champions. जब वो बकलैट लोग जब बैठते हैं, ठीक है, जब मस्ती करनी है, तो वो गैंग कौन है for you?
Yuzi is the obvious one.
युजवेंद्र परांठा चहल.
उस आदमी के साथ आप सीरियस बात कर नहीं सकते. That is humanly impossible.
तो और है इतना इंटेलिजेंट बॉलर.
हाँ.
पर बातें और एक नहीं करेगा.
नहीं.
आरसीबी में कौन है मजे वाला गैंग? पहले कौन था? अब तो थोड़ी टीम चेंज हो गई है हल्की.
पहले बस वही मैं, दानिश, नैग्स.
बेस्ट पार्ट इज कि दानिश जो है अपना, उसको क्रिकेट पसंद ही नहीं है. उसको समझ नहीं आती.
उसको कोई लेना देना नहीं है क्रिकेट से.
क्रिकेट से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. What about Maxwell?
Max is also one of the. He is actually a very well-rounded personality.
Yeah.
He's very articulate. He's very thoughtful, and at the same time, he's very fun. 2018 he was basically in the team, but scorecard में कुछ भी नहीं था contributions.
Yeah.
And even in that phase, every time I bowl well or every time I do something well, he would come up to me and tell me that you've done really well, you have a lot of talent, you have a lot of skill, and he would just pull me up every time I would do well. And he did that with all the young players. A typical leadership वाला जो होता है ना, he is that kind of a guy.
और बाकी कौन है अभी इस स्क्वाड में?
Who else? यार, I'll be very honest, ये जब नया ऑक्शन होता है ना, आपको पता ही नहीं होता कि टीम में है कौन.
सब कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं.
सब कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं.
बट हमको शायद ये ना पता.
कल मैं उसको आवेश को बोल रहा था. आवेश दिल्ली की बात कर रहा था. मैंने कहा तुम्हारा ट्रेनर ये है, तुम्हारा वो है. उसने कहा हर्षल भाई मैं दिल्ली में नहीं हूँ, मैं लखनऊ में हूँ. तो मैं वो भी भूल गया था.
ये I also wanted to talk about I remember I think it was Virat that he said that it's impossible to catch your slower ball out of the hand.
Right.
He had said that or AB?
AB had said that, Virat has said that,
Maxwell has also
Maxi has said that.
Yeah.
So Maxi comes out of the net, I bowled a few slow balls and Maxi comes out of the net and says to me, mate, no way they're hitting this. People like him, people like Virat or people like AB says that, and you think like, okay, I mean, if they're not seeing it out of the hand, who else can?
Yeah, correct.
Huge confidence booster.
Who is your idol in terms of कौन क्रिकेट की हिस्ट्री में स्लोअर बॉल बेस्ट किसने डिस्गाइज करी है?
I think if I have to look at one person who sort of legitimized slower ball was Zair Khan in 2011 World Cup.
Yeah.
The way he got people out with those knuckle balls.
Knuckle ball, yeah.
That was unbelievable to watch. I got my education in T20 bowling from him. I started with RCB in 2012.
Oh, correct. वो RCB में था उस time.
He was with RCB. And he used to come up to me every single ball and tell me what to bowl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Every single ball.
Best.
अब length डाल, अब ये डाल, अब वो डाल, slower मत डालना, slower मत डालना, slower मत डालना. So he used to tell me how to package it.
How to use it. Nice.
तो एक मेरे को याद है एक बार पुणे में हम लोग खेल रहे थे और उन्होंने मना किया मेरे को कि मत डालना स्लोअर बॉल. मैंने उत्थप्पा को स्लोअर बॉल डाला और उत्थप्पा ने मिड विकेट पे छक्का मार दिया. तो चल के आए मेरे पास और विद अमॉन्ग अदर थिंग्स ही सेड बोला था ना मत डाल.
और फिर कलरफुल लैंग्वेज और सीखा. ही इज प्राउड ऑफ यू एज अ स्टूडेंट आल्सो नो. कर रहा है.
I met him in the last season after the game. He said I asked him a couple of things. I said बढ़िया तो चल रहा है और कितना चेंज करना है तुझे.
That's a very important point actually. If he tells you that,
right,
that's not him being lazy and saying
not only him. My boy said the same thing. Like I was a net bowler with Indian team after the IPL for T20 World Cup, and I asked him like, where do you think my vulnerabilities are? Where do you think I can get better? And said nothing. You have your formula set. तेरा फर्मा set है. He said all you need to do is learn to read the game better, which you will as you keep on playing, and keep yourself fit.
I asked, you didn't say yes or no.
You just said Eno in the glass. I thought it's coming then.
It was a question.
You did put a question mark after that.
There was a question.
I come from a family which was, so my father's generation was, they had food in the plate, but that was it. When they were young, my grandmother raised 7 children on very, very little income. Then the next generation had a little bit, and then my generation, we never had abundance, but we always had enough. The guiding principle in the family was, if you take care of yourself, if you do the right things for the first 30 years of your life, you won't have to worry about the rest of it.
Wow.
And that also I took to heart, because I saw my father work 6.5 days a week, every single day, hot, cold, rain, doesn't matter.
When my granddad moved to Calcutta at the age of 22 with 3 children,
right,
and his younger sister, he to save that little money,
right,
would walk 6 kilometers to office every day and walk back. क्योंकि शाम को वो पराठे मिलते थे ना, 1 रुपए में, saying के 6 पराठे आ गए थे. And that work ethic then comes to my father, who then works again 6.5 days a week. And then you see that, you grow up seeing that, and then you say, तो आपको और कुछ पता ही नहीं है.
बिल्कुल.
आपकी वो हार्ड कोडिंग हो जाती है.
Right.
कई लोगों के लिए no days off is just a hashtag.
Right.
हमारे लिए it's just default setting.
100%.
Right.
And what they had to do in order to survive and in order to thrive, I really don't have to do that much.
Correct.
So I can take a day off.
Yeah.
I can take a day off. I can relax. I can not work when I don't want to work.
In a strange way, that's you paying them back. Right. Now it seems so counterintuitive when you say that, कि you taking a day off is paying back your parents. Yeah, they worked hard,
right,
so that you'd have a better life.
For sure.
तो अगर आप भी exactly वो same चीजें कर रहे हैं जो वो कर रहे थे, तो वो सोचेंगे कि हमने फिर क्या किया. उन्होंने किया ताकि अब आप यहाँ पे गए. Now you are here, so your children will be here.
Right.
तो ये तो दुनिया का दस्तूर है.
Right.
So beautiful.
Right.
Your parents were in the, वो कब गए? What age were you?
I was 17, so they left in 2008, right when the financial crisis happened. For people who are moving from India to US, who don't have a lot of formal education, who don't speak the language or don't have any skill, the only thing that they look forward to is probably 10 years of blue collar labor. So that was like apparent for all of us. Like you have to do this, and then you get to a place where you can make your own decisions. US जाते हो जब आप पहली बार काम तो ढूंढना पड़ेगा. तो I used to work at this Pakistani guy's perfume store.
Oh wow.
In Elizabeth, New Jersey. English बोलनी तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं आती थी, because गुजराती मीडियम में पढ़ा मैं throughout. So that was my first encounter with the language, and also with the language with so much slang, because that entire area was predominantly Latino and African American. Then I picked up उनके वाला English.
Oh, gangster English.
Gangster English. So इन लोगों का रेगुलर अकरेंस है, ठीक है. फ्राइडे को पैसा मिलता था, फ्राइडे को आते थे, $100 की परफ्यूम की बोतल लेके जाते थे. और पैसा मिलता था उनको $200, उसमें रेंट देना है, खाना खाना है सब. और मंडे को वापस आते थे और बोलते hey man, I just sprayed it a couple times. I wanna return it, man. I have no food on the table. तो ये करके वापस देने आते थे, and that was a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
It was a great experience for me because I learned what those blue collar jobs really are.
Yeah.
My aunt and uncle used to go to their offices and they would drop me on the way. So 7 बजे वो छोड़ के जाते थे मुझे, 9 बजे स्टोर ओपन होता था. 2 घंटे में एलिजाबेथ के रेलवे स्टेशन पे बैठता था. Go and do my work till 7:38. So 12-13 hours a day and I used to get paid $35 a day.
Wow.
So it was not a very rosy picture of that country.
But you decided to stay back for cricket.
I was playing junior cricket, age group cricket, and I was a little too quick for my age. Unfortunately, that pace stopped at that level. Didn't grow after that. So yeah, I thought I have I have some sort of talent. I have some sort of skill. Why not stay here and pursue it? And they put all that faith in me and घर पे अकेला छोड़ के गए. And when my parents left, they told me one thing, that don't do something that puts us in a bad situation.
नाक मत कटवाना.
हाँ, नाक मत कटवाना. That was the essence of it. And I took it to heart. मोटेरा जाता था प्रैक्टिस करने. सुबह आई थिंक 7 बजे शुरू होता था, तो 9:30-10 बजे खत्म होती थी प्रैक्टिस. सैंडविच की शॉप पे रुको, सैंडविच खाओ, घर आओ. That's all.
कौन सा सैंडविच?
आलू मटर, वेजिटेबल.
और फिर वो टोस्टेड ग्रिल वहाँ पे?
नहीं, टोस्टेड नहीं, कच्चा.
अच्छा, वो एक
टोस्टेड बहुत महंगा पड़ता था उस टाइम पे. आलू मटर एंड वेजिटेबल यूज्ड टू बी 7 रुपीज. टोस्टेड वाज आई थिंक 15 रुपीज.
इतना टोस्ट करने के लिए इतना पैसा?
डबल, क्योंकि टाइम लगता है ना टोस्ट करने में.
टाइम का पैसा, पैसे का टाइम.
नंबर ऑफ पीपल यू सर्व
Yeah, correct.
per hour, that translates into profit. Turnover. So my dad grew up in that era.
Yeah.
के बचाओ. अभी 1075 के बाद भी the advice he'll give me is PPF में डाल पैसा, FD कर, all those things.
Sorry.
Every dad. Why PPF? I told him PPF. पापा 5% देता है PPF, 6% देता है, तो टैक्स नहीं भरना पड़ेगा.
सही बात.
मैंने कहा पापा 5 साल का लॉक इन है
और वो 1.5 लाख की एग्जाम्प्ट है, बाय द वे.
हाँ. कहते हैं सेफ है ना, पर वहां पे कॉन्वर्सेशन खत्म है फिर. So my dad has this quirk. Whenever he doesn't want to be a part of any conversation, बाहर जाएंगे, बीड़ी जलाएंगे, निकल जाएंगे वहां से. चुपचाप नीचे देखेंगे, बाहर जाएंगे, बीड़ी जलाएंगे, निकल जाएंगे. घर में कुछ चल रहा होता है and everybody is discussing, trying to find a solution. He's watching news. Or that is his entertainment. Sometimes those old couples, their way to express love is fighting. So मेरी मम्मी चिल्लाती रहती है कि आप ये नहीं कर रहे, वो नहीं कर रहे, and my dad quietly just goes out, पोर्च पे जाते हैं, बीड़ी जलाते हैं, बीड़ी पी रहे होते हैं. मेरी मम्मी चिल्ला रही होती है, मम्मी को पता भी नहीं कि वो निकल गए हैं. That kind of a guy.
That's the secret.
Yeah, that is the secret. And he's 65, 66. Zero comorbidities, terrible lifestyle. He's been smoking since he was 17 years old.
Yeah.
Eats proper Gujarati तेल वाला, sugar वाला खाना, मीठा and all of that. Doesn't have any illness, nothing. Why? Because that man has no stress in life. The moment my father got his American passport,
Yeah.
he said, because leading up to that 10 years, my father and mother, they worked 16, 17 hours a day.
Wow, man.
Every single day, blue collar jobs. And the moment he got his American passport, he said, that's it. Mic drop, I'm done. I've done everything I needed to do for you. I've put you in the good place and I'm done now.
अब तुम्हारे हवाले
वतन साथियों. And he came back to India.
Oh, he came back.
He came back. वो उनके पास पिंक वेस्पा है. पिंक वेस्पा लेके घूमते रहते.
पिंक वेस्पा है?
पिंक वेस्पा.
डैड के पास?
Yeah. Colorful guy. He's taken retirement in the truest sense of the word.
ऐसी एरी एस्पिरेशनल है ये.
It is aspirational for me.
Truly.
Yeah. He knows how to chill. Hi, I'm Harshal Patel. Please watch me on Breakfast with Champions.
चलो, you can smile and say. this auction, you know, obviously had a high price and so many people bidding for you and everything. पर ये भी आसानी से नहीं आया. बीच में कई ऑक्शन हुए हैं जहाँ पे दिल की धड़कन इतनी तेज नहीं हुई.
पता नहीं था कि यार कोई एक आदमी खड़ा कर ले. It's not about the money. I just want to play.
That was the previous ones, no?
2018 वाला.
हाँ, वो क्योंकि वो बेस प्राइस वाला था.
वो बेस प्राइस वाला
तो फिर उस टाइम पे क्योंकि बेस प्राइस वाले जो भी होते हैं गेम चलती है ना सारी टीमों की.
हाँ, और उस टाइम पे the ironic thing was there were at least 3 or 4 people from different franchises who said we're gonna bid for you. तो किसी ने नहीं किया. तो नाम बताओ सब लोग. तो अगेन उस टाइम पे मेरे को लगा कि यार ये तो बिट्रेयल है, ये तो झूठ बोले मेरे से, धोखा हुआ है मेरे साथ. I was just in a spiral of these dark thoughts. यार क्या है, who are you? You've given so much to this game and you've worked so hard and this and that and all these things that you tell yourself, the image you've built of yourself. You keep telling yourself that, you know, you've done all this, you're not getting anything out of it. And it's very important to acknowledge what you're feeling and not dismiss it. Because if you're feeling something, then that means it's legitimate.
Yeah. और हम लोग छुपाते बहुत हैं ना, हम लोगों को हमें सिखाया नहीं जाता कि आप इमोशंस को एक्सप्रेस करो.
Right. And also this image this persona that you've created for yourself. Yeah. That this is what you're supposed to do, this is how you're supposed to behave, this is what you're supposed to say.
Tough दिखाता नहीं.
हाँ, mentally बहुत tough है, नहीं, mental toughness is actually coming out of these situations with acceptance. And not broken, because if you keep sweeping things under the rug, someday you're gonna trip over it.
The rug's gonna reach the fan.
Yeah, and you're gonna trip over it. So start the process of building my game all over again, and again went through a cycle of crippling pre-game anxiety. Like I would have to go pee probably once every 2 minutes. That kind of anxiety.
Wow.
And this would start on the game day, from the moment I wake up till the time I bowl my first ball.
Yeah.
That anticipation anxiety was so bad, and I used to get so exhausted कि ऐसा होता था गेम से पहले कि यार ये मैच खत्म हो और मैं घर जाऊं, so I can sleep. इतनी anxiety होती है. Through that experience, I learned that, you know, that anxiety is something that brings me in that fight or flight stage, where I'm very, very sharp. The moment I stopped fighting, it became far more easier to deal with it. I still have it, but I just look at it as a part of the game. मैंने कभी जाके किसी को ये चीज़ पूछी नहीं. Again, now when I look back at it, I feel that I should have done that. Because I remember having a conversation with AB a year back. I think last season की बात है. And he was saying the same thing, that I'm pissing myself before every game.
Yeah. And you were literally pissing yourself.
Yeah, I was literally pissing myself. And so if that is happening to somebody like AB de Villiers, who am I? वो एक थोड़ा सा affirmation मिल जाता है ना कि यार you're not alone. सबको होता है. You're not unique in this. And if you look at Chris Gayle, when he's about to go to bat, he doesn't talk to anyone. He doesn't say a word. He's in his zone. Somebody like him goes into that phase. Then obviously he is also feeling that pressure. So it happens to everyone.
पर वो जब खुलता है
फिर धागे खोलता है. And 5 मैच खेला 2016 में and didn't play anything after that. 17 again same situation.
बीच में तो घर भेज दिया था ना.
घर भेज दिया था. So
क्योंकि ऐसा होता है, लोग जानते नहीं है, पर ये उस टाइम पे
पहले
होता
तो
था.
बहुत होता था. Because again if you're keeping a player, उसका होटल रूम है, उसका डेली अलाउंसेस है, उसको प्रैक्टिस में ले जाना है, उसका फ्लाइट टिकट्स है,
उसका one more person to one more life to manage.
Right. I vividly remember क्या हुआ था. Avinash Vaidya called me in the room, said Dan wants to talk to you, Vittori, and Ritz Carlton में रुक रहे थे हम लोग. तो Ritz Carlton में नीचे ब्रेकफास्ट प्लेस पे बुलाया और he said we don't see you playing for at least 4-5 more games. So we're gonna send you home, but we'll call you back. Epitome of rejection हो गया है तो कि तुम टीम में भी नहीं हो अब तो.
Wow. My God, that's hard, man.
Yeah.
That's
very hard.
वापस घर आना, आसपास फ्रेंड्स, नेबर्स सब
फैमिली है आसपास,
फीलिंग तो आती है यार.
कजिन्स है ये.
मैं मार्केट जाऊंगा, लोग बोलेंगे
तू क्या कर रहा है भाई, आईपीएल तो वहां चल रहा है, तू क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे. So yeah, I allowed myself that time to feel sad, to feel angry, to lash out at family. क्योंकि इसमें फैमिली मरती है बेचारी बीच में, और तो कहीं पे आप कर नहीं सकते because there are consequences. So your family bears the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Then I think I remember 3-4 game के बाद RCB was knocked out. We were not gonna qualify. So I messaged Vittori saying, "Give me a game." No,
bye.
That was the first time I actually sold myself to anyone.
Yeah.
They called me for the last game, and against Delhi we were playing in Kotla. पहला ओवर डाला, I think 14-15 रन खाए, and then nerves settled in. मैंने कहा ठीक है यार, अब 14-15 रन पड़ गए, अब क्या मार खाऊंगा, अब इससे ज्यादा तो खराब क्या ही होगा.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
then ended up picking 3 wickets and won the game for the team. And then next year 2018 वाला auction.
तो मैंने तो मैच मिला था.
I was man of the match in that game.
सोचो क्या वैलिडेशन है यार, वापस आए बेच के अपने आप को. एंड देन द नेक्स्ट ऑक्शन. तो ये गेम, बिकॉज ये गेम दिल्ली के खिलाफ हुई,
राइट,
तो ऑब्वियसली दिल्ली वालों ने नोटिस किया,
राइट, सेड ओके चलो.
सो व्हेन यू सॉ दिल्ली पुटिंग अप द पैडल, अंदर से क्या ऐसे जब एक गया ऊपर, तो
चलो अनसोल्ड तो नहीं जाऊंगा यार, इतनी तो बेइज्जती नहीं होगी. 3 सीजन में दिल्ली, 18, 19, 20 में दिल्ली,
3 सीजन वहां पे हुए, फिर उन्होंने ट्रांसफर किया. Did they speak to you before that? Did they have
No, they just informed me that we've traded you to RCB. Apparently RCB paid them extra money to bring me on board.
Ooh, that's a good validation. Feeling आती है ना,
वैल्यू बढ़ी है.
हाँ, वो कहती है, माँ कहती है ना कि बेटे तूने खाया मुझे लग गया, है ना. ऐसे दिल्ली को पैसा मिला पर लगा हर्षल को. अरे वाह.
That was the pivotal moment in my cricketing life and in my personal life as well. So I was speaking with my brother, and he said, "See, the auction is a marketplace, right? You're offering your services, and people are bidding for those services. So you have the option to either upgrade yourself, or you will continue to be in this position where people are not looking to buy your services." So, and that I took very seriously. That it was about the value that is attached with that price tag. For right now, I don't think I'm the kind of person who needs 10.75 crores in his life. मेरे शौक नहीं है ऐसे. But what is satisfying is the value that tag has with it.
Correct. And how many people want it?
Right. And that's the decision I made after the 2018 auction. That I want to be a valuable player. I want to be a player who जब 11 नाम लिखे जाते हैं, I should be the automatic entry. कि यार इसका तो नाम लिखना ही पड़ेगा. And that drove all my decisions. My decision to take more risks in the game, my decision to be more expressive on the field with my skills, where I wanted to take responsibility, where I wanted to be in positions where I could fail very badly, but the reward would be huge. And that realization also is coming on. ये बचपन में जाता है सारा. I was not that person who wanted to be in difficult situations where he could fail miserably, के लोग गालियाँ देंगे and all that. क्योंकि hardwired बचपन से social conditioning के थोड़ा है चलेगा, थोड़ा खाना मिलेगा चलेगा, जबरदस्ती का रिस्क नहीं लेना. First of all, to realize this कि ये इस वजह से हो रहा है. This is the reason why I shy away from being in situations where I can fail. That was a eye opener. Then I thought, okay, क्या नुकसान क्या होगा, भूखा तो नहीं मरने वाला मैं कभी. 4 गालियाँ देंगे लोग, दे दें, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ट्राई करके देखते हैं.
Great attitude.
And I was in that mental space, and then these guys come and say that you're gonna bowl death overs. I was like, okay, चलो
बंदा तैयार है,
चलो
आ जाओ.
अगर 1 साल पहले वो चीज होती, maybe I was not ready for it. So it all happened at the right time.
And of course, that season is legendary now.
Yeah.
That's what 32 wickets,
Yeah.
record, no? It's a
Yeah.
record.
I still can't believe it. Picking up 32 wickets in IPL in 15 games. If anyone does it, it's a huge achievement. So I still can't believe it sometimes that I picked up 32 wickets in 15 matches.
अब जंप मारते हैं सीधा ये जो 2022 का ये जो ऑक्शन हुआ है, वहां पे जब शुरू हुआ,
इस बार तो उल्टा हुआ.
क्या हुआ इस बार?
The moment my name was announced, the first paddle, like literally in the first second, Prathamesh Mishra was the head of RCB. He raised a paddle in the first second. And then फटाफट चीजें होनी शुरू हो गई. And then 6-7 के ऊपर जब हुआ, my wife had told me that it's gonna be double figures. I said जो भी 7 के ऊपर आता है, it's yours. So I was in the room and विराट का मैसेज आया कि लॉटरी लग गई भाई. I said हाँ भाई लग गई लॉटरी. Way beyond my expectations. He said yeah, very well deserved. All these things, like I said, money and all, it's great, but for me the central goal of my life is freedom. I want freedom, nothing else, and money is a tool that can get you to that place.
Yeah.
So I look at money in that way. But you know, you've given your the prime of your life to something, and then it bears fruit at the end of it.
Yeah.
Through so much ups and downs and trial and error, and that is, I think, the most gratifying thing for me. Not the things that come with it.
वो तो नंबर है ना सिर्फ.
I don't know. I've sort of trained myself to not get too excited with things.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that excited when I got called up to play for India. I didn't get that excited because I feel that I want to be in equilibrium. That's something that I keep telling myself all the time. Ups or downs, I want to be in equilibrium. स्थिरता.
मैं बहुत हिंदी क्रिक बस बहुत करने लगा ना, तो बोलना शुरू कर दिया. बहुत ठहराव है इस खिलाड़ी में, स्थिरता है.
मेरी हिंदी बोलने की और गुजराती बोलने की स्किल इतनी ज़्यादा ख़राब हो चुकी है बिकॉज इतना जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन कंज्यूम करता हूँ इंग्लिश में करता हूँ. घर पे बात गुजराती में करता हूँ, बट अगर मैं कोई कॉम्प्लिकेटेड चीज़ समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ तो इनएविटेबली इंग्लिश आ जाती है बाहर.
वाह, देखो 10 साल पहले किसी ने सोचा था लड़का इनएविटेबली बोल रहा होगा. है
इनएविटेबली
कितनी तरक्की कर ली है एक परफ्यूम शॉप से. मैं चला अपने अगले चैंपियन को ढूंढने. बट इफ यू वांट टू बी अ चैंपियन ऑफ द रोड देन टेस्ट ड्राइव द स्कोडा स्लाविया टुडे. और अगर भाई के टेस्ट ड्राइव पे भरोसा है, होना चाहिए, देन जस्ट बुक इट स्ट्रेट अवे. बुक इट. आई एम टेलिंग यू, मान लो मेरी बात, झूठ कभी नहीं बोलता.